Hey Pat, it's Midnight Designer and welcome to another vlog. I thought I would talk today about what I've been doing because I've gotten a lot of questions in Discord and elsewhere about what I'm doing as far as like diet and exercise goes. For those of you who may not know what's up, toward the end of May, I kind of committed myself to starting a diet and exercise routine because I was hugely underweight. I still am, overweight. I still am, by the way. But toward the end of May, I hit over 300 pounds, and I had been diagnosed as pre-diabetic as a result of obviously the weight, well, not obviously, but as a result of the weight issues. And with the Croatoan virus wreaking havoc on the globe, that the fact of my morbid obesity had put me in a high risk group for having significantly life-threatening issues were I to get the Croatoan virus. I'm already kind of in a high risk group because in my early 30s, right after I got married, I got a bout of viral pleurisy, which landed me in intensive care and almost resulted in my shuffling off this mortal coil. So after having gone through that, I've become like more susceptible to anything relating to like respiratory issues. And so if I get sick like with something in my chest, I wind up taking much longer to kick it than most people do. So as a result of that, I just and cresting well over 300 pounds, I decided that it was time that I do something about it, because I did not want to die, right? And I think that I hit a point where, I will be 50 next month, and I'm not ashamed of that because I look amazing and I have a full head of hair. But I'm running out of time to fix the issues as far as my weight and what I have done to my body over the decades of neglect. So I decided toward the end of May that I was going to do something about it. Now, before I get into the details, I want to thank you for the warm response to the last vlog. I am going to start having these more regularly. I got kind of thrown off with 7 Days to Die Alpha 19 weekend dropping, and things got super busy. But I think when I talk about like my daily routine, you're going to understand that there is a lot of stuff, right, that goes into my daily routine. So it is super difficult for me to get a lot of stuff done in any given day. So that is kind of what I've been struggling with over the past month, to fit everything in that I want to do. But the support that I received was it was tremendously heartwarming. It was very encouraging, and I was a little, I don't want to say that I was upset, but it broke my heart to hear the personal stories of other folks who have gone through or are going through currently some of the stuff that I'm dealing with. It's it's not fun. It's difficult. I would not want anyone to have to deal with that, and to hear all the stories about the folks who are going through it as well as I am. It was sad. It was sad to read, but encouraging at the same time. So I appreciate those of you who told your stories in the comments, who sent me direct messages, sent me emails, Twitter, all that stuff. It was awesome. It was a rallying of the whatever of the thing words, right? But I do think that this will be a place where we can talk about that stuff too. But it's also going to be about other things, because I don't want to be just the guy who talks about the struggle side. I want to talk about the victory side, right? Like, for example, like this for example, if you want to hear what I'm doing as far as diet and exercise, this is a place for us to share thoughts and ideas. Now, before I get into the details, let me start by saying I'm not a doctor, okay? I'm not a dietitian. This is probably not even a smart routine that I'm following. I'm probably overdoing it. But for me, at my age, and let's say my gravitational pull, right? My weight had become far and away a greater risk to my health than anything else in my life. I mean, I don't smoke, I don't drink, but I sure can wreck a Golden Corral buffet, if you know what I'm saying. So I started off at like 306 pounds. I weighed in today, which is not my typical weigh-in day, but I weighed in today just to kind of see where I was, and I am now in the 270s. If you saw in my Discord, if you're a member of the Discord, if you're not, there's a link down there. Go check it out. It's a lot of cool Pats hanging out and talking about stuff. But I finally got into the 270s today, 279 point something. I don't remember what it was specifically, but there was a 2 and a 7, and after that I kind of didn't care that much, right? Because here's the deal, right? I have right here there is a 2XL gorgeous white and purple hoodie, Twitch hoodie, that when I hit 275 pounds I'm going to open and wear, but I can't wear it until I get to 275 pounds, and I am 4.6 pounds away, I think. So as far as my exercise routine goes, all I do is walk, but I walk a crap ton. And my day starts at 5:30 in the morning. Here are the stats. Let's roll that beautiful bean footage. All right. So here are my stats, right? The block that I live on is about 0.8 of a mile. Excuse me. And I do 3 laps around the block per session. The first set of laps I do at 5:30 in the morning, and it takes me like half an hour or so to do that. So that takes me like 5:30 to a little bit like 6-ish, right? And then I have to sit in front of a fan because I walk at a pretty crisp 4.5 miles an hour, which I only know because I got a watch that tells me all that stuff. And I'll show you when we get to like the tech side what it is that I use as far as like tracking and stuff goes. But let's deal with the walking right now. So at 5:30 in the morning, I get up and I do my first set of laps. And then I come back and I collapse in the recliner in front of a fan for half an hour until like 6:30 or so, and then I do my second round, and that takes me from 6:30 to a little bit after 7. Then I come back to the house and I collapse in front of the fan for about half an hour. At that point, I have to leave to take Mrs. Designer to work. That takes me about an hour, so I'm gone from 7:30 to 8:30 when I come back. At 8:30, I do round 3, and after that, same thing. I crash on the recliner in front of a fan for like 30 minutes, and then I do my 4th. So I do 12 laps. So I travel this distance 4 times. I wind up with, I didn't bring my phone downstairs. I think, does my watch might tell me. I have walked today 18,396 steps. You got to be kind of impressed I didn't have to use my cheaters to see this, because it's super tiny. I've walked 9.14 miles, and I've burned 1,651 calories. So that is what I have done as far as my walking. Now, obviously, I didn't start with that routine. I have built up to that over time. I started walking around the block one time and trying to do it twice in a day. And after I was able to do the 0.8 of a mile twice a day, I added a third time. And then I kept it at 3 laps. So 2.4 miles in a day. I kept it there for about a week. And eventually I got comfortable to the point where I could stack 2 laps together. When I first started, I couldn't do 2 laps in one go. I would have to stop after 1 because I was tremendously out of shape. But as you can see, I've gotten past that part. So that is half of the, so what did I say it was? 1651 calories, 18,000 steps, and 9.14 miles. So that is what I've done today as far as exercise go. And then the other side of the equation is diet. Let's see here. So here is my picture's in the way, isn't it? Let me move me. I'll go down here. Okay. So I use myfitnesspal.com to track my stuff. I'm not sponsored. This is not an endorsement. I'm sure there's a million different places where you can do this, but that's the one I use. I think I actually pay the whatever a month for the premium service, because I don't think, and don't quote me on this, I don't think that the free version allows you to track specifics other than like calories, because my diet theory is that I am going low carb, right? So I try to keep the total number of carbs that I consume in a day to under 49 grams. Other than that, my total caloric goal is 1970 calories. That is slightly less than what I would normally need to just, keep the engine running and keep my body going just in general, right? I think it's 2K is what I need. So I made it slightly under 2 calories. And then, right? So I'm already buying assuming that I hit my caloric ceiling for the day, right? I've banked some calories there, but I've also burnt an additional 1,600 calories. And this is the key, in my opinion, right? All this is my opinion, and none of this is advice for you on what you got to figure out you. But this is what I have found to work. I have a huge caloric deficit because I burn so many calories in addition to what I would be normally allowed just for exchanging oxygen for carbon dioxide on the planet. So as far as like the specifics of my diet, other than keeping my carbs under 50 basically, I don't really have a specific diet that I'm following. I'm not trying to get into ketosis. And there's a bunch of websites and YouTube series on if low carb or keto or paleo or if any of those things are for you. There's lots of sources out there on how to do it. But I just try to monitor my caloric intake and keep the carbs low. So in a typical day for breakfast, I will have a Slim Fast shake, which is really, it's not going to show me the stuff. How do I wait? What if I add one? Hold on. Let me add one. A fictional shake. Okay. Is it not going to show me the caloric whatevers of the thing? Wait. What if I do this? Will it show me? It won't. All right. Well, I can tell you that the breakdown is here. It's 180 calories, 1 gram of carbs, 9 grams of fat, and 20 grams of protein. It's a really good source of protein, and it is also very low in carbs. Now, in addition to having that shake for breakfast, I also have pistachio nuts. I get them in like little packages. I think they're like 1.5 ounce packages. Let me see if I can add it and show you. I made this as a meal, the shake and 2 pistachio things. That way I didn't have to type it in every day. I could just type in the one thing. They're a 1.5 ounce bag, right? So if we look at that, I get 2 of those. And then that's 240 calories, 12 grams of carbs, 20 fat, but good fat, nut fat, not bad fat, and 10 protein. So that's what I have for breakfast. For lunch, I usually just have the shake. For dinner, what I usually have is I will have a salad made of romaine lettuce, 3 cut up chicken tenders, and Hidden Valley Ranch dressing, the kind that you make like out of the little packets. I'll do 3 tablespoons of that. And that winds up being, let's see, I have the salad with it all put together. So, but I can just do it. 2 cups of romaine lettuce, the 2 tablespoons, It's usually 3, but I don't mix all the mayonnaise in with it. Let's see here. So if I add all of that, that is 536 calories, 5 carbs, 23 grams of fat, 73 protein. And like other than the calories and the carbs, I really don't care about the other numbers as long as I'm not getting bad fat, which none of that is, then I am usually okay with it. And the thing I like about this this website is not only can I keep track of my my daily stuff, like diet wise, it also allows me to keep track of my weight stuff. But the app is really robust too, and the app talks to your account on the website, so it all syncs up so you can enter stuff from wherever. And the nice thing about the app is, and I'm sure others have this also, but this is the only one I use, the app also has one of those barcode scanner things, so if you buy something at the store, you can just scan it rather than having to like look it up and hope somebody's put it in. You can scan the barcode and find the information that way, and then pulling it up becomes super easy to do. The other item that I use, and again, not endorsing it, because there's probably something better, is this watch that I got on Amazon, and it's like 35 bucks, and that's why I got it, because I didn't want to get like a Samsung thing, because that was like 200 bucks, and Apple Watch, come on now. But this thing is out of stock right now, I guess, but whatever, it'll be there eventually. I bought it after about 4 days of walking consistently, because I wasn't going to spend the money until I had proven to myself that I was going to stick to the routine. But really, I'm sure there's like a jillion different of these like smartwatch knockoffy things, because all I use it for is counting steps. It happens to have a nice app that hold on, it also happens to have a nice app that will like count your steps and compute your calories and stuff like that. So I think I have a picture of one of the readouts. Yeah. Here, check this out. So the app will tell you, like, keep track of the steps, and I'm sure there's like a bunch of other stuff. This is what I'm using. This is the app that came with the phone, or with the watch, and as you can see right now, I've upped my target number of steps. It used to be 10,000. Now I'm hitting 13,000, and now I'm hitting it on a fairly regular basis. So that's pretty great. So yeah. So that is my routine, and it's over the top. I admit it. I'm the first one to admit it's over the top, but I have lost, by the time I get to wear my Twitch sweatshirt, which hopefully will be next week. I will have lost 30 pounds doing this, and I intend to keep going. And it is incredibly time consuming, because it's basically an hour for each lap, or each set of laps that I do, with the recovery time built in. So between having to do the 4 sets of laps and picking up and dropping off Mrs. Designer, actually dropping off and then picking up, otherwise it'd be reversed, that's like already 6 hours out of my day. So fitting everything in has been kind of a challenge, but it just has to be this way. I have to get down to a healthy weight. And it's not about like looking good, because I don't know that my face looks any different, and I'm already well married, so it's not a vanity thing, it's a health thing. But I've been very happy with the results, and I'm going to keep going, and I will keep you updated. Maybe I'll give you like an update a week to let you know like how the week went as far as all that stuff goes, and go over the stats and things, give you the data. But yeah, that's the wrong camera. That's fine. It's fine. Now you know there's a green screen behind me and I don't live in a haunted house. Anyway, maybe there's something here that you'll find helpful. Maybe you'll find it inspiring. But I mean, don't adopt my thing out of whole cloth. Figure out your own path, but just go do something. You know, go out, walk around the block. You know, anything more that you can do is better than the nothing that we're doing now. Just kind of how that works. I think that's how it works. Because again, not an expert, just a guy on the internet. Anyway, Pat, I gotta get. I hope you find this interesting or whatever. Now that Alpha 19 is back, I'm trying to get myself back onto the regular schedule of making YouTube content, keeping the vlogs going, and stuff like that. Anyway, I gotta get. I will talk to you in the next one. If you like this video, I'd love to see a like on it. If you could subscribe, that would be super, because then you'd see more. Anyway, I'll talk to you later, Pat. Bye.